fly on us here. Oh! The police are after us is what's happening. There's been a DOTA bust in the arena. No, actually, they're testing out the awesome effects here. You guys can't see it, but this setup here is looking pretty damn hype.
I think I have the password here.
Well, I can't even see the game.
You
so
go in
I
there.
can't even see the game.
It's been a long day, but I am looking forward to having an early night.
So it's the same password? Same password.
Yeah, it's. I don't need to join the game. It'll be fine.
I'm in the game. That's good enough for us. The problem is that some of the other casters can't see it, but it looks like
I
he's in the
refreshed
game.
like 8 times.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
See?
We're gonna be good. Looks like we're gonna.
It'll be fine.
But he's in the game.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
More importantly, is we got the casters into the game. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
More importantly, Dakota got his wish. Different heroes. The green heroes.
Viper's different. That's reaching, winner. That's
I think Viper is pretty fun to play.
What?
What?
Who are you? Did you guys hear that?
Viper's fun to play?
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
Yeah. I play support Viper though.
Support Viper? What?
Walk
you
in
run
the lane,
around and poison
attack, be like,
and then use all your mana and just run back to base
you
and
got
heal.
mangoes. Don't worry.
Slowly.
Eat the mango. Pew, pew, pew.
The Mango Viper. It was funny because before they hopped into the game,
Oh
Jarex
my
was on
God.
the Viper, and who would have known? But more than likely,
I
they're obviously
guarantee
gonna
you
swap
there
it
will
over.
not be a support Viper.
No, definitely not. Yeah, the difference between getting the upper bracket best of 3 and
Yeah,
the bottom best
yeah.
of 1. Let's just try it out.
Maybe we've been doing Viper wrong all this time.
Mhm.
Maybe.
I would love to see a support OD. Which do you think would be more viable between the two?
Obviously support OD. Support Viper sucks so much.
What's wrong with support Viper? You have lane
What are you
dominance.
gonna do? You don't do shit. You max what? Corrosive skin and tank?
All right, just think of this lineup where the enemy lineup have like 3 melee cores. You have a support Viper. It's like a Shadow Demon offensively. Literally not like a Shadow
I'd
Demon.
rather do support Veno.
That's
for
not
all
that
the melee.
great.
You know what's better than support Veno? Support Queen of Pain.
I've seen it before. Pycat did it on Alliance for a while, the position for Queen of
How
Pain.
is that better?
You get a guarantee
Wow.
slow on somebody.
And you get a blink, but you get a shitty ulti compared to Veno. Veno, like Queen's ulti is just such a long cooldown for a support.
Goes through BKB, man.
Okay, sure. Veno ultis also go through BKB.
Wait, only if you upgrade it, right, Alex?
No, you go through BKB regardless. Dude.
Regardless?
Dude!
You're going to make Winter blow up here in a moment.
Should I tell you about BKB now? You can
Just start naming like
No,
random
no
heroes and
thanks.
supports.
I know about your BKB stories.
Alright, I think it's time to send it to the casters.
Support Queen of Pain.
You know what? We could get the casters' insight on what they feel about the draft and maybe what they feel about the Viper support here. Let's go ahead, and we got the 2 Davids over at the casting position right now, hopefully ready to go. LD and GoDz, gentlemen, have some fun.
Is that mine or is that yours?
Mine.
Where's mine?
I can't even hear this.
Singapore, and it all comes down to this as far as Group A is concerned, LD.
Oh man, this is intense. Vici Gaming, Liquid, 2 very evenly matched teams for me, GoDz, but Liquid mixing things up again a bit here with the Necrophos pick. Something that we've seen a lot of out of Monkey Business as of late is every time we relog, apparently our camera settings get deleted, unfortunately. But here we are, guys. You can see it's going to be pretty awesome when the fans come in tomorrow, so really looking forward to that. For now, one last tiebreaker, GoDz.
Yep.
Liquid on the Dire side. It is just a straight BO1, correct? So
Absolutely.
do or
This-
die.
Yeah, winner bracket versus lower bracket, a huge difference. You're guaranteed to be top 6 if you start in the winner bracket. Similarly, you're in a best of 3 with 2 chances. So even if you drop down to the lower bracket, then you play a lower bracket best of 1 to get into the top 4. So much easier road to get into the prize money if you're playing and starting in the winner bracket.
Observer ward already planted down here by Kuro up on the high ground. Just looking to protect that middle lane nice and early. And it's going to be Matumba Man playing the Necrophos. It'll be Fauna on the mid lane. You are up against the Spirit Breaker. This is definitely one of those heroes that likes to get aggressive early. How do you evaluate the drafts here? Vici Gaming, I would say, a very kind of typical 6.85 draft with that Darkseer combo. Oh, they do get Vision on Mind Control. They're going to charge. He hasn't skilled anything yet. They just get the initial bash. He'll blink away. I'd say the more typical 6.85 draft with that big Darkseer-centric AoE combo, your Radiant Shadow Fiend, good team fighting carry in the Gyrocopter. Liquid a little bit more off the beaten path. Do you have a favorite here?
I feel Vici Gaming will be more in their comfort zone. Whoa, nice little bounty room snipe coming out. Mind control, though, may give this up his life for this.
Was it worth it?
He
They get
spends his
both
money.
bounties. Super is denied one.
Yeah.
Bit annoying.
To me, that's probably an even trade. If anything, ever so slightly Liquid favored just because the SF heavily relies on that bounty room to get a good bottle timing at mid. He's not going to be able to get any souls. And it also got a massive creep block in Liquid's favor. So this mid lane will be very rough for Super. And looking at mid alone, I feel like that Queen of Pain death, well worth it.
Yeah, they want to bring Fenrir in just to help out a little bit. Super has skilled the raises, but he's going to need at least 2 waves here to get it. And Fada just ignores Fenrir, runs past him onto Super. He doesn't realize at first that there's the Hill Ward, and this is allowing for some extra harassment. Meanwhile, top lane Light of Heaven getting aggressive on Jerax and Matumba Man, but they, as 2 ranged heroes, able to trade blows
Light
successfully.
of Heaven, Navi is back, LD.
Oh,
First blood
no.
of mid lane, Fata's got a kill.
In fact, Fenrir, you got to be careful. It does have the mango. That Hill Ward winning the game right now
that is
definitely makes a big difference there.
insane. Viper gets a solo kill mid against a dual lane.
And that's where, you know, a lot of people see Mind Control blink and die for the bounty run. They're like, oh, you feeding noob, but well worth it because it sets that whole thing up. And now he's going to make the aggression happen. Bottom burning, quickly disintegrates. Propeller crashing into the earth.
I don't see this counterplay achieving much either. The charge going to get cancelled, and Vici Gaming put on the back foot from minute 1.
So mid lane is pretty ugly now.
Yes.
Super.
SF versus Viper is actually a somewhat even matchup typically, but a lot of other factors coming into play this game.
Yeah, like you meant, the bounty room being denied, the superior creep block, the Hill Ward. These probably the big 3.
Whoa, burning, 0 CS. What is going on here?
Mind Control's going on, man. He's got the Bassi up, 4 and 6 already. As we just continue to see Super. What do? This is just
You
unbelievable.
beg for stacks support, but Ice is getting owned at top. He's forced to rotate to the jungle, so they won't even be stacks for Super, it looks like.
This is what he gets for changing his name. I warned him.
This early game's a catastrophe. Things could not be going worse. I mean, there was a game like this earlier where it was VP winning all 3 lanes against Liquid of all teams, and then Liquid turned it around with some strong 5-man play, but I don't feel like Vici's got quite the same durable 5-man sustained lineup that Liquid had earlier today, so...
They're a very scary 5-man lineup, but they're not as... They need a lot of farm to get into it.
Like
That's the big
A
difference.
Darkseid without a mech, or SF potentially goes to mech, but like not having a mech, Gyrocopter who's also not going to even have just basic treads, drums, whatever it could be, so...
So you've now got a free farm Necrophos not being contested, a Shadow Fiend is getting wrecked mid, a Gyro who's not farming bottom. Your Darkseid's off in the jungle. Fenrir's trapped in the trees.
And again, Liquid have a great
gonna have to eat
sustained
his way
lineup.
up.
They've got heals all across the board and tanky frontliners. Viper and Necro both very, very tanky and durable. You've got the Necro heal, you've got Brain Sap, you've got Soul Rip. Killing this Liquid team is already hard enough, and then when you're playing from behind, it becomes even more impossible.
They're sweeping towards bottom lane, looking for a pickoff here. Who do they go on? Kuro would be the easier takedown. Mind Control still has the blink available. And Kuro gets into the trees. Could buy that TP scroll, not opting to, though. Vici Gaming will just let him go. Another failed rotation. A lot of wasted time here. Really not getting much done in the laning stage. All across the board is Super. We'll duke it out with Fauna, but he finally has the higher level raise, level 2, but not high enough. That's a level 5 Viper. That's a dead Shadow Fiend.
And not getting any uphill misses as well. So a bit of RNG for Fata. I think it was like at least 2, maybe 3 right clicks uphill that all land, but...
He could have dove for at least one more auto attack anyway,
Yeah,
so
yep.
most likely he gets that kill.
And that's just where this mid lane needs some help, needs some stacks. He needs level 5 before he can rotate into the jungle, which is where he was trying to probably play a bit greedy there to finish off that level 5. Then he can just pretty much abandon mid lane because there is no laning against this Viper now.
I mean,
Viper Strike, no mana for it, though.
normally the way this draft works is your Darkseid and Spirit Breaker both start top. They just constantly bully and dive the Necrophos and even the Bane to some extent.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the Sleep to Interrupt charge, but it's a pretty heavy mana cost. So you can't really spam it the way you can with the charge. And then the Shadow Fiend Viper trade evenly. You know, maybe the Viper slightly out TSs or harasses him, but you can catch up with stacks. They haven't had that dual lane top gun. They're trying to dive Fada. The charge will come through. This is big. They really need this kill, and they'll get it, and even more fortunately, Super, the one to get the last hit. Now rotation, though. Mind Control level 4, try to duke it out the raises. Super's got to commit and fight this one out. He can't quite make it out. Mind Control even thinking about a go in. Well, in the end, the Shadow Friend will die, and he loses all those souls he worked so hard to build up.
And they were very close to saving the Viper. If that Bane gets there half a second sooner with the Nightmare preventing SF's right click, suddenly Viper gets out of there alive, and it's a huge loss for Vici Gaming.
Burning he's trying to catch up. Back to 15 and 7, so that's the one good thing with the tri-lane that they had bottom for a while. It's still a terrible laning stage for him. Probably one of the worst starts I've ever seen Burning have in general, but he is beginning to catch up. And he is getting his levels, perhaps more importantly.
So Vici Gaming are going to have to play